Hi FS 101 class. In this lesson, we're going to talk about motivation. We're going to ask you to look at your personal self-knowledge and begin to examine your preferences, your strengths, your values, and your needs and motivations. The reason we ask you to examine these items is to be able to find work that is meaningful to you. This chapter is about motivation, and so you will see information about values in this chapter. This graphic we see shows how meaningful work is a combination of many personal aspects. You can see values at the top, meaning what's important to you. You live your life according to your values. So at work, your values need to be reflected in the work you do. Otherwise, you will not find your work fulfilling and satisfying. In future chapters, we will examine interests, and then skills, which are related to talents and gifts. Your values also are related to the audience in terms of who do I want to help when I'm working. Those four aspects then are intertwined with your essence, purpose, passion, and mission. Please don't worry if you haven't examined your essence, purpose, passion, and mission, because that is the whole point of this segment of our course. Focusing in on motivation, we're going to examine first Maslow's hierarchy of needs. If you have taken a psychology course, you've probably seen this theory. Dr. Abraham Maslow created this theory of human motivation. What Dr. Maslow theorized is that we all have certain needs as humans. We start with satisfying our physiological needs at the bottom of the pyramid. When those needs are satisfied, we move to satisfying our safety needs. Then we move up to satisfying social needs, moving up again to satisfy esteem needs, and finally, achieving self-actualization. These are all human needs to be satisfied generally in our lives. Now we need to take this information and translate to the world of work. Translating that information to the world of work is explained by Hertzberg's two-factor theory. Dr. Frederick Hertzberg published The Motivation to Work, which explains how we are motivated in a work environment in terms of satisfaction or dissatisfaction. Dr. Hertzberg theorized that there are 6 motivation factors for work, and you'll see them listed here in the OER. These motivation factors will not necessarily be in the order listed for each individual person, and each person may not value all 6 of these motivation factors. In general, however, we need to see these motivation factors in our work in order to be motivated. The second part of the factor theory are hygiene factors. Hygiene factors are similar to the lower levels of Dr. Maslow's theory, in that hygiene factors are expected and assumed to exist in a workplace. So you see the top 6 hygiene factors listed in the OER. Again, the importance of these hygiene factors will be different for every person and will not necessarily be in the order you see listed. Since hygiene factors are expected and assumed to exist in a workplace, they may or may not provide motivation. Again, the 6 motivation factors are the ones we would be looking for in our work in order to feel fulfilled. Our values are core beliefs that we live by in our everyday world. Our values motivate us and guide our decisions, again, in life in general. Since we spend so much time at work, we need to see our values reflected in our work tasks. If our work tasks align with our values, we will feel fulfilled and satisfied. If our work conflicts with our values, we probably will struggle with tension and discomfort at work. The Occupational Information Network, or ONET, is a primary source of occupational information in the U.S., and you can use ONET for many different research aspects. One of the aspects is called work context. Some of the 2-factor theory, hygiene, and motivation factors are reflected in work context. So these physical and social factors interact with our career values and could tell us whether the work or the occupation would support or detract from our fulfillment. There is a link here in the OER to take you to the work context section of the ONET. We will see the ONET again when we talk about career research in a later chapter, but I encourage you to browse and look around the ONET specifically for work context and any other categories you see on that site. In this lesson, you will have a chance to assess your values. You can see how to do so in Activity 2.2, and you will have a submitted assignment as well.